A couple minutes with the saw. Gives me some nice pieces to start off with. I just gotta split them up. Just pretty easy. This is a Camulus knife. Actually, they come in. I didn't get this in a kit. They do come with a. You can get this with a machete. I have the machete as well. The machete is really nice, but I mean, to be honest with you, backpacking and a machete do not really go together. The saw is so much easier. You know, cuts up these pieces in minutes, super fast. So that's it. So I'm just going to split these up a little smaller pieces so they'll be easier to catch. And then move on to setting up the hammock before the sun goes down. So pretty simple. Once again, man, we just want to make it very simple. Oops. Except with this one. There we go. Cheers. So now that that's set up, next is it's my Army intermediate bag. I think it's called an intermediate bag. You know, they have this sleep system and it all goes together, and this is the not terribly cold middle bag of the group. I think they have a lighter weight one and a heavier one, and they all kind of go together. This is the middle version of it. So this I'm actually going to use as an outer bag tonight because it's going to be pretty cold. So this will be outside, and then inside that bag I have a kind of a lightweight down sleeping bag. So the two work great together. This is a great little bag because it actually works well as a quilt, or hell, just a blanket if you unzip it. Zoo Believes, or Zoo Believe, I don't know what it was. It's got some funny name, but it's like 60 or 70 bucks. Kind of had it for a while. I don't use it that often because, you know, from where I'm at, it doesn't really get that cold. But the one thing about down is you have to open it up and let it air out for a while, fluff up, because otherwise, you know, if it's been compressed, it's not going to work well. So I stuff that inside the other bag, and that will be my two-part system for tonight. Well, actually three if you count the underquilt. Let me put up the zip up this mosquito net. This hammock is Everest Active Gear. I've had it for actually a long time. It works fine, except I can't get the zipper closed. And it's nice because it has inside, it has hooks, it has pockets. You can use it for stuff. So, but I have jammed up the zipper. But yeah, it's a nice bag, or it's a nice hammock. You know, the mosquito net's handy. Another thing I don't like about it is I wish that this was tighter. I mean, when you lay in it, sometimes the mosquito net is up against you, but which you don't get on that. You know, I think my last video I had a homemade version of a mosquito net, which goes from the ridge line down. But I mean, it's fine. There's really no complaints about it. It's nice. The fabric's nice. It's roomy. It's another double hammock. Slept in it 100 times. Yeah, and I actually hang a light up here, which I'll get. So I'll take the hot hands, just put them in the outside pocket of the hammock in case I need them. Little light with a clip, which hangs right from this lanyard. If I can do it, which I'm not going to be able to do one-handed. Yeah, so, you know, later, reading a book. It's going to get cold tonight, so give me something to do. Dead quiet out here. I haven't seen anybody, haven't heard anybody. It's supposed to be hunting season, which is why I had the red vest on my, orange vest on my pack, but I've not heard one gunshot or anything, so that's it. Get that the rain fly up and should be good to go. The last one, I'll put the tie down on, but I'll leave it open for later, so I can get in easily. I don't have to trip over the line. That should pretty much do it. All the wood's done for the fire. Dinner is going to be a not pre-made meal, because I'm not big on those, but I had some pork that I cut up and put with some asparagus, put it in aluminum foil with some spices, and I'll just throw that on the fire to cook it in the aluminum foil. I just figured I'd go easy. I didn't get here till very late today. I had stuff to do this morning, so I got to the site 4 o'clock. Sunset's supposed to be, 5:30, so, which is 5:20, and pretty much the sun is almost down, so. So yeah, it's going to be a quick one tonight. I was planning on coming out earlier, but I got hung up doing stuff. Christmas stuff, everybody wants something, so. And that's it. I'll show you what the fire setup looks like. Once again, I am cheating because it's not a survival channel. I'm not going to teach you how to rub 2 sticks together. But you see that little blue bag in the center? That's actually a fire starter just from Home Depot. So I just put that in the middle. You actually light the paper and the whole thing burns for about a half an hour all by itself. So that'll help get things going. You can see the wood cut up there and split, and that's ready to go. And that's about it. So I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea, because I do like tea. Sit down for a while and watch the sunset. You can actually see it cutting along the trees there. Won't be too much longer. So anyway, I'll be back. Got to sit on a plastic bag because this whole table is soaking wet. It's a good idea to bring just a big plastic garbage can with you, because I don't want to drip on the table, because you know, sometimes, actually I also use it for underneath the hammock in the morning, so when I get up, you know, I have a sheet of plastic that I've laid out there, so I don't have to stand on the ground with my socks. And there we go. Oops, that's not very stable right there. It's better. Yeah, so it's very handy. Also, worst comes to worst, if your backpack isn't waterproof or come with a waterproof cover, I think mine does. In the bottom there's an extra, I've never used it to be honest with you, but there's a little zipper pocket that holds, once again, that holds the cover that you can use. But you know, it's pretty handy. You can just use that big bag, cover your backpack, or hell, use it as a poncho if you need to. I'll also set up my chair while I'm sitting here waiting for this water to boil. Last time I used this, I have some camp fuel called camp fuel, and it is not the same as denatured alcohol. I bought a can of it. It's great for cleaning, actually. If you have stuff with sticky residue on it, it's pretty handy. But I use it from time to time. The only drawback is makes so much soot on everything. So I think last time I was out, I used it to kind of use it up. It took me forever to clean all the stuff up after that, so we'll stay away from that. I'll just use it for cleaning stuff around the house. Anything that's got oil or sticky or stuff, it works pretty well. But crappy for cooking on, unless you have the right stove. I mean, it's made specifically for certain kinds of stoves, and it ain't an alcohol stove. So anyway, okay, chair's done. I'm gonna kick back, wait for this tea to boil. And let's see, watch is telling me it's just under 70 degrees now. It's supposed to be 40, they said. I don't know if it's gonna get to 40 tonight, but it's gonna be pretty cold. So see how it goes. See how it goes. So, cooking right along. Cooking right along. Don't forget, it's your best friend for alcohol. Heat. Cheap, easy to carry. It's $2 at Walmart. Can't go wrong. That's it. Well, I did my usual trick of throwing a little alcohol on there. And that fire starter in there has helped. It's burning. It's going pretty good. Just got to keep rolling these small sticks on there so you get a decent amount of coals built up. And then you can kind of build it up from there, you know. But it'll take a little while. It's okay. Just looked at my watch, just at about 68 degrees, and it's about 7 o'clock, so it keeps dropping. So it might get to the upper 40s tonight, who knows. So I'll let that keep going. Keep adding on some wood. When I get some decent coals, this has a nice grate, this fire pit, so I can flip that over. And then, like I said, I've got my dinner kind of in aluminum foil, and I can just sit that on top, let that cook for a while. And that's it, though I do appreciate the heat, that's for sure. So, okay, we'll be back. Telling you, best invention for campfires. An oversized car antenna, and they're not even expensive. Yeah, look how it brings that fire back. So I got my meal sitting there all wrapped up in tin foil. I'm slowly shuffling the coils in that direction. I can hear it kind of starting to sizzle, and I can smell. I put some brown sugar in there with the pork, and I can smell it. So that's good. Heard a truck, I don't know, doing what truck guys do. they're pretty far off in the distance, but it sounds like they're driving through some swamp or doing something. But it's all quiet now. My watch is telling me we have just passed 50 degrees, so it's getting pretty cold. I don't know if you can see my breath, but it's getting chilly, that's for sure. So I brought something to sip on later. So after I finish cooking this and bring the fire kind of back to life, because I didn't really want to burn that meal. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty calm evening. It's dead quiet out here. So there was an owl not too far away before. And thank God he left, because owls are very loud at night. So, yep, that's it. So after I finish that, have a couple sips, and then climb into the hammock, open up a book, man. Take it easy. Make it simple. Very simple. Okay. See you for coffee in the morning. I didn't originally plan on having a fire this morning because it's Thursday, so I really should be getting home to do Christmas stuff. And I'm sure there's a million things waiting for me to do. But it was cold. It was cold. The watch was telling me it was 50 degrees this morning. So, and to me, that is cold. Plus, last night my underquilt slipped a little bit on the hammock. I woke up like 2 o'clock in the morning and my feet were hanging out and they were freezing. So it took a little while to get that all sorted out. And then I had to use some hand warmers, throw them down there in the bottom of my bag to bring the heat back quickly. And yeah, so when I woke up this morning, I was actually still had a little bit of a chill, which I don't like. But I used another old Ray Mears trick to get this going. So I just carry with me little strips of old inner tube, bicycle inner tube, and that rubber will burn whether it's wet or dry or whatever. So I just put a couple pieces down there before I threw these small pieces of wood on. That got it going, but I mean the wood's still wet, so I got to keep it. Keep giving it attention, but I'm really just using it to warm up before I pack my stuff up. Once that sun gets over the trees and starts knocking the dew off the tarp or the rain fly, I can start packing stuff up and get out of here. Should be back home early afternoon. So that's it. Otherwise, it's a pretty peaceful night. Not too many animals. No owls keeping me awake, which seems to happen to me a lot. Yeah, overall it's great. So, simple night out, man. That's how we like it. Cheers.